What's up, YouTube and vape fam? Today we're going to be doing a quick tutorial and my own personal review of this device. I've been using it throughout the day. So far solid, but before we get too deep into that, let's go ahead and unbox it. As you can tell, I'm using it. Pack's already cut. And upon opening it, you have your Evic Primo Mini. Nice small device, good palm size, nothing too heavy, easy to carry. This particular model comes with the stainless steel and carbon fiber. And here you have your battery chamber. This is where your 18650 goes in. Simple, slide positive down, put the door down, push it in, there you go. Just that simple. Do it one more time. There we are, being a little finicky. It's down, it's locked, it's not going anywhere. You have your air holes here for heat release. Gives good circulation, gives good venting, keeps the battery cool. You don't have to worry about it overheating. Up top, you can see Joytech 510 standard connection. And here, it's already powered on. As you can tell, you got your coil, your amps, your wattage, and your voltage that is based upon your wattage. You simply push this button on the right to go up in wattage, the one on the left to go down. That's simple. Hit it 1, 2, 3, and you can start going into options. There we go. Bypass. You can control how much power you want to start with and end with. You got a clock here. You can go into temp control for nickel, titanium, stainless steel, M1, M2, and so on. And it goes right back to wattage. Let's leave it there, as that's the most common mode that we as vapers use, is wattage. Now let's dive into this box a little bit more. Take that out. Here, as you can see, USB cord for charging the battery internal. I don't recommend it for the sake of your battery life. You should take it out. You should have a external charger. It's better on it as far as battery life goes. It lasts longer. Overall, better choice. Before we open this up, see what kind of papers we got in here. The usual manuals for a tank, if it so comes with one. You got this here. It's just listing what wattage for each, whatever coil you have. It tells you what your wattage can be. Nice little informational card. There's battery safety. Again, always look at your batteries. Don't use it if it's got torn sleeve, if it's bent, damaged. Get a new one. Here you have your Evic Primo Mini user manual. Therefore, if you need to troubleshoot any simple problems or navigating the device for farther assistance, they list it right here, A to Z. Now here we have the box. Let's see what we have pull out first. We got an extra glass. It's always nice to see when a manufacturer sends an extra one. So we all know eventually we drop our tank, and well, it's nice to have one right next to us if it's available. You have some extra O-rings as well for your tank, for your drip tip, it's all there. See what else we got. We have a coil already packaged up. This is a 0.25. And the bread and butter of the whole package, here's the tank. This is a ProCore Aries. Beautiful tank, stainless steel, very wide air chambers, 2 of them. It does have a stop, so once it's closed, you can't go any farther. Once it's all the way open, that's it. You can't go any farther. Now, very cool, at least to me anyways, a very cool feature that this tank has is its top fill. Unlike most that you have to unscrew the top in one way or another, this one here, push it over, lift it up. There you go. You can choose either fill hole, left or right, doesn't matter. You definitely want to keep it out of the vapor channel, so left or right, fills it in. Again, I think that's a very cool feature. I haven't seen that before. Now let's take it apart. Just simply unscrew it. You have the coil. As I said, I've been using it today, so as you can tell, it's been used. Let's take that out. There we go. There's your base. You got your threads, 510 connection. There's Joytech there at the bottom. Now, very simple. Let's install the coil. You can go ahead, just screw it down nice and tight. Try not to over tighten it. You want to make it easy to remove when it comes time to change a coil. Now here, as you can see, you have threads inside of this vapor channel. They're right here. Very simple. You put it down, tighten it. Now you have 2 connection points of keeping it from leaking at the top of the vapor channel and at the base of the tank. Can't go wrong. I haven't had any problems with it leaking at all. Solid performance. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on. It's very simple. Just get it on there nice and snug. Don't over tighten it. You do not want to damage the push pin at the top of the mod. Otherwise, you could be dead in the water and have to go out and get a new mod. Nobody wants that. Easy to avoid. All right, still on. We're good. We're going to do a quick little fill. Let's get this tank rolling. My flavor of choice today is Van Custard. I'm currently using a 6, but that's just for me. All right, let's go ahead and get this filled up. You'll see how easy it is. Just that simple. Now when doing this, be sure not to fill it up too much, as when you put a new coil in, there's going to be air that will push to the top. You want some room for that. You don't want to overfill it. There we go. That will work. Let's go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Got a little on the top. There we are. Now, again, close it, slide it. There we go. It's good to go now. Secure. We're not going to have any issues with leaking. Set that aside. And there you are. And when you're not using it, and a cool little feature Joytech did do is they installed a old school clock in there. Let's give it a little fire. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get a quick vape on it. It is not a cloud beast by any means. It's not meant for blowing big clouds, creating big clouds. However, you would like to word it, but it is a solid device. As you can see, I've been using it as the battery meter is down about halfway. Just to give you an idea of what I use in comparison to this, got the Alien with the Cleto 120 on it. So for me to say this is a solid device, very well made, very reliable, that's saying a lot. All right, let's give it a quick hit so you can see a little bit of action from it. All right, that was a quick hit at 50 watts. It's up to 80 watts. So as you can tell, that was a real smooth hit. Plenty of vapor production. Should be no issues with fulfilling your nicotine needs with this. It's got a great delivery system. You can't go wrong. Now, let's start with the cons of the device. I have found that even at 50 watts, it tends to go through e-liquid rather fast. I could say that's partially due to the very wide airflow, air chambers here. It's pulling a lot of air in turn it's pulling a lot of e-liquid into that coil. But there's a very small con. The only other con I have on this device is the battery life. It seems to be very quick. I had to put it on the charger after 3-4 hours of using it, just because I had more time in my day before I could get to my primary. And that's really it. And the battery life isn't what I'm used to, but again, if you're not heavy vapor, then you know what, it's going to work out perfect. I use vapor real heavy, so for me that was just a con because it is a single 18650 battery. Pros: flavor is great. It's consistent. Even with a new coil, I didn't get the cotton taste, I didn't get the metal taste. It was flavor from the get-go. Also, another positive, airflow. As much as it eats through the e-liquid, it really just delivers. You don't feel like you are pulling on it hard. It's just free-flowing, and it makes the experience very enjoyable. I like the size. I like the fact that it fits right in my palm real easy. I like the fact that the fire button is up top. It makes it easy to just fire off. You don't have to hold it funny. You can do it right or left. Doesn't matter. And that really says it all. Everything else is right there for you to see. Joytech really did an amazing job with this device for being on the lower scale of the wattage in comparison to the mods such as Smock's Alien or Wismex RX300. But again, for your money, for what you're getting, it is well worth going out and picking one up. You will not be disappointed. Have a good night, y'all.